What is happening Facebook Live? Curry Russell. I asked the question earlier to a group of people about what's driving them in their business. And the funny thing is when I read their answers, none of it is driving. I'm sorry if you are in my group and you're in my team and you're making those posts and you're making those comments, I want to tell you it's not enough. I've heard the expression, until it makes you cry. Is it your why? You know, what is it that's driving you? When going into this year, I'm coming out of a divorce. I'm finding out that I got to owe an extra $1,800 a month to a woman. I've got to get another house. I've got to pay new expenses. I had more. I had so much that was weighing on me, depression, and all I had to do was go do enough. Go fight through all of it, talk to enough people, message enough people, help enough people duplicate. My why was overwhelming. To exist, to have enough, to do anything else other than just pay bills, I had to go above and beyond. If I had to live on just my job income alone with the newness of what I had to go through, I would have never made it. You would see me filing for bankruptcy. You would see me whining all the time about money, about not having stuff, not having enough, not being able to take my kids on vacations, not being able to do the things that I've wanted to do forever, not be able to create a vision for my future, to live the way that I was hoping to live. And my why, the awareness of it, that ultra depression, that I couldn't stand the idea of having that much money taken from me. I was just overwhelmed. And it drove me. It made me so angry. I've heard that if you're a fat person, until you are so angry at yourself and you look at yourself in the mirror and you hate what it is that you've become, then you'll start making real change and real definitive action is taken. But until you hate the situation you're in enough, you're going to stay exactly where you are. Your family isn't a good answer for what's driving you to win. You're going on a new vacation, buying a car payment, those are not driving things that are going to make you want more, because if they were, you'd be getting a better job. You'd be asking your boss for a raise every day. You'd be doing little things, not building a business that is complicated and hard and time consuming and takes up all your extra time. Because if you want to achieve more in your home-based business, it will require your extra time. It will require doing things when it's uncomfortable. It will require hearing the word no tens of thousands of times. It will require you asking your team to work on their why. It'll literally make you crazy trying to help other people drive business, because in multi-level marketing, it is not about you. It is not about me. It's about helping your team grow. It's about helping leaders be developed inside your organization so that depth is created. And if you're not aware of this and you think it's all about you, you gotta learn. You gotta learn. I had to. It took me 4 years to get to a little bit of money. And I mean a little bit of money. If you're starting off and you think that it's going to take 10 minutes to build this, you're dead wrong. If you think it's going to take a month, you think it's going to take 6 months. It is, unless you've been trying for years, unless you've been working for years at this, it ain't going to happen yet. You've got to have a why that drives you. You've got to have a why that pushes you way outside of your comfort zone. You've got to have something like your mom gets cancer and you have to now raise money through extra events and raising charities and doing all that stuff because you want to do whatever you can to help your mom not have cancer anymore. That's a drive. Your son ain't ate in 3 days. What are you going to do uncomfortably to get enough money to feed you and your son? What are you going to do because your kid really wants something for Christmas, and all you have to do is get enough money to get it to make your son have a moment of happiness? What are you going to do? What is it that's going to drive that moment in time and push you so far out of your comfort zone that you actually go win? What is it? What is it that you're going to do? I'm dead serious. I'm asking you, until it makes you cry, until it's driving you and making you so angry that you're not living in the purpose that you were driven to be or born to be in, what is it? Why do you put such a little emphasis on your why? It has to be gigantic. It has to be bigger than just my family. It has to be bigger than just a payment of something. It's got to be so much more. My family, I love that. Okay, great. What about your family? What is it that's making you want to win at a high level for your family so that you'll do it in the next 6 months? What is it for your family? More vacations? Okay. More life experiences? More college money? More better food? I want my kids to eat healthier. I want them to eat, better meats and chickens and fish than that they're buying at Walmart. What is the why? I'm sorry I'm yelling at you today, but the reality is until you figure this out, you're never going to win. And until somebody talks to you the way you need to be talked to, you're never going to do this. You're never going to do it unless you get uncomfortable. Unless you go be uncomfortable for a season of your life. Not just a couple minutes, not just 90 days, not just a year. Be uncomfortable for a season of your life. Like, how about college? Do you think it's comfortable for your kids to go to college? Maybe if you are the one funding their party times, because that's all college is just a bunch of people going and partying and getting degrees that don't even matter in life. And people will fund that, but you won't spend 4 years learning how to be a person who can make 6 figures, 7 figures a year because you have a why that's driving you like never before. I'm dead serious. What is it that's driving you to win? And why isn't it big enough? Why? It's got to be gigantic. It's got to be something that makes you so angry, so frustrated, so like it could bring you so much joy. It could change your whole dynamic of your family's future if you win. What is it? What's driving you? Oh, God, I want people to win at such a high level, but I can't ever get this through people's heads that it cannot be something so simple. Until it hurts, until it's just unbearable, until you can't stop. Because if you stop, something awful happens. It's got to drive you to a whole new level. And by the way, this is in anything. If you tried to start affiliate marketing, if you tried to get a new job, if you tried to go to college, like what's going to prevent you from stopping those activities until you win? It's fascinating to me. It's fascinating. Until. Are you going to be able to do it until you win? Because of your why. It's driving you. You're looking at it every day. You're putting it on your car window. You're putting it in your dash. You're putting it on your mirror. You're putting it everywhere you look. You're carrying it in your pocket. If you've never read The Strangest Secret in the World by Earl Nightingale, listened to The Strangest Secret in the World by Earl Nightingale, and you're not carrying your reasons in your pocket so that every time you put your hand in your pocket, you feel it. If you're not wadding up a tiny little ball and putting it in your sock so that it's irritating you all day long and you're driven by it. If you're not doing whatever it takes to go win. Doing whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. You're breaking rules. You're pushing boundaries. Your compliance is telling you, hey, you shouldn't be doing this. Whatever it takes to win for your why. Your why's got to be so just mind-numbing to you. To you, that you are just so angry that things are happening in your life that you want more. You're driven. And it just gotta happen. It's gotta happen. If I didn't win back in May, I was already negative in my bank account. If I didn't win in May, I was negative in my bank account. I pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed because I knew what was coming. I knew what was happening. And I'm telling you guys right now, it drove me. It drove me, and I want you to find what it is that's going to change your entire dynamic of your life, because you have to. Not because, I don't need this LiveGood thing. I don't need this thing. I don't need to be part of this program. I'm just doing it because I'm just seeing if I can collect those magical spillover quarters. What is it that you need to change in your life to take you to a whole nother level? Why? And if you haven't started digging at that why and taking every single why to the next level and deeper and deeper and deeper until you are just bawling because you know you found the thing. You found the reason for why you've got to win at anything. You've got to dig deeper. It's got to be something that just is killing you that you've got to win. Sorry to be so just passionate about this, but I don't know how to not be. I don't know how to help people realize that you can make tens of thousands of dollars in these businesses. And I'm not special. Look at this stupid hat. I wore this hat on purpose. For anybody who's watched this long, I wore this stupid hat on purpose because there's people who are going to be like, well, that stupid hat and blah, 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 blah. I wore it on purpose because I don't give a crap about what it is that I wear. I care about the message that I'm talking to you about. I care about helping enough people win. And if people will listen to me and literally heed my words, go listen to the age-old honest truths. The strangest secret in the world, go listen to that every morning. Every morning before you get out of bed, listen to the strangest secret in the world until you get it, until you start carrying that number with you, until you start carrying your goal with you. For me, it was 500. Then it became 5,000. And I carried a note card that I taped up because I didn't have a laminator. I didn't have a laminator machine, so I literally just put tape on a poster card, on a 5x7 card or whatever, those 2x3 or whatever they are, those note cards. I put my number, what it is that I wanted to have. I wanted a team of 5,000 people. Now I've got a team of 22,000 people. I'm not saying this because it doesn't work. I'm saying this because if you think about it and go after it and it's all you're passionate about and it's all you're doing, there's no way to lose. There's no way. There's no way to lose because you're driven, you're passionate, you're excited, and all you got to do is go win. But if you don't have a why that's driving you, if you don't have a why that is pushing you past your comfort zone, You're going to stay exactly right where you are, and nobody's ever going to know who you are. Nobody's going to remember you. Nobody's going to ever talk about you in your future. Nobody's going to care about the legacy that you didn't leave behind. They're going to be more upset at you because you left behind medical debt and all the stuff that they're going to have to cover, and hospital bills and funeral expenses. There goes old Uncle Salad. Uncle Salad. It's hot out here. It is over 100 degrees. I'm going back inside. I'm sweating. I'll talk to you soon.